Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy, Evolution, Toxitron Collection, Cloudcover. Yes, another Seeker. But well, this guy is part of the Toxitron Collection, which, as I mentioned in my Jazz review, is a recreation of some of the unreleased Generation 2 decos that we never got back in the 90s. And Cloudcover here seems to be an entirely new character. Yeah, they didn't just call this guy G2 Universe Ramjet. They actually turned this guy into a whole new character just based on an unreleased prototype deco for Ramjet. However, that was probably not going to be the case, but well, we'll get there in a minute. But well, moving on to the box. Well, of course, we got the standard Legacy Evolution packaging, just now in this wacky 90s color scheme, which I freaking love. Here we got a picture of Cloudcover in jet mode. Of course, he's G2 Universe, as all the Toxitron figures are. Got the standard like a window. We got the ties that I had to cut because these are actually taped in. This side, we've got his robot mode, a close up of his face. This side, we got the standard mural, just in a cool comic book like style, which I think looks really cool. The back, we've got them in both modes. There's no Evo fusion here, but we do have this cool radioactive Autobot symbol. And normally I see that that's it for the box, but well, let's look at this Cybertronian lettering. Of course, on the Legacy boxes, this, if you were to translate that into English, it would say the character's name. However, I actually took the liberty of translating this myself, and that says Ramjet. Yes, that actually says Ramjet instead of Cloudcover. Why? I have no idea. But I do have two possible reasons. One, this guy was originally just going to be called G2 Universe Ramjet. Like, this was not going to be a new character. This was just going to be called Ramjet. Kind of like how the prototype deco from back in the day was going to be Ramjet, possibly. So, yeah, this was not going to be called Cloudcover. This was just going to be called Ramjet. Or probably, more unlikely, but who knows. Seeing how we do have the Dirge reissue, maybe this box will be reused, just in more standard Legacy colors. Maybe this box will be reused for a Ramjet reissue. This is just speculation. I'm not saying this is going to be confirmed. This is just speculation. But, like, I've got the artwork here on the side, and of course the Ramjet name is Cybertronian. Who knows? Maybe this box could be reused for a Ramjet reissue. Just, of course, in the standard Legacy Evolution colors. And of course, we color this into actual Ramjet. But who knows? Maybe the first option is more likely. This was just going to be a cool G2 Universe Ramjet. I don't know. But, well, enough rambling on. Let's actually look at the figure now. And well, looking at Cloudcover here, as I said, he's based on a prototype deco for a possible G2 Seeker, which I believe was sold by an ex-Hasbro employee in around 2000. if I remember correctly. I might have gotten some bits wrong. My memory is not that clear, but yeah, I'm pretty sure like he was either found or sold by a Hasbro employee by around 2000. And well, yeah, this was going to be a Seeker that was going to be sold in the G2 days, but just never came out. This Sandstorm, who was released in Selects. Another one who is going to be called Blackout, which I do really want to see in the Toxitron line, and another one whose name never surfaced, but was going to be some sort of jungle deco. I do really want to see the jungle deco Secret Blackout in the Toxitron line one day, but who knows? But for Cloudcover here, well, of course, it's the Ramjet mold, because it's got his wings. And well, looking at this color scheme, I'm pretty sure you can see how he's got his name. I think he's meant to camouflage himself with the clouds. So kind of like how Sandstorm's meant to like camouflage with deserts. This guy's meant to camouflage himself in the skies. And I kind of like that. Now, aside from the deco, there's not really much else to say, because of course it is a Ramjet redeco. And ironically, the standard colors Ramjet is still the hardest to find. So come on, please reissue that figure, Hasbro. If you've done Dirt, you can also reissue Ramjet. Well, looking at closer details, well, we've got the G2 Decepticon insignias. The standard G2 Ramjet from Selects didn't even do that. We've got a white colored nose cone right here. And that even carries on to the faux nose cone that is his head. Underneath, we can see the checkerboard pattern for the feet and the intakes. Well, these parts, which I actually quite like. I'm not sure if these are going to be on the final original figure, if that ever came out. That was probably just for the prototype, but yeah, I quite like how that looks. Got some white paint here for his knee pads. Of course, we've got the tail fins right here. Of course, with this media prize Seeker mold, we don't really have any back thrusters. We just have these, although Ramjet did retool it, so we got these. Although, unfortunately, they're not really blast effect compatible, which, yeah, kind of a letdown, unfortunately. Oh well. And well, of course, we got the null rays, which is just standard null rays. So not really much to say about that. We're getting up some blast effects. Of course, this can take blast effects. Of course, we've seen my other Seeker reviews, you know that already. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it for the jet mode. So, putting him with the standard G2 Ramjet from Selects. So we can see how they look together. And yeah, I actually quite like how these two look. So whether this was actually going to be Ramjets or... well, look, I don't know, but... yeah, these two do look quite good together. And also, here he is with Dirge. Why Dirge? Well, This guy actually does share a part with him, which we'll see in robot mode. And also, he's the only other cone head that I have right now. So, yeah. So, moving on to the transformation. So, to start the transformation, well, first of all, I removed the null rays, which I've done off camera. But, yeah, it's the standard Earthrise Seeker transformation, which, of course, I've shown many times. Oh, well, to be more specific, it's the Earthrise Ramjet transformation, which does have a few differences from the standard Seeker transformation. So if I can actually just try and tilt this up, which I think I'll do off camera in case the Lego sound of my phone's on breaks or something. Okay, there we go. So to start off, we're just going to open up these panels on the legs, extend the legs out, and then close these up, trying to get them tabbed into these bits here. There we go. Split the legs. Open up the feet. And on the Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarper versions of the mold, the heels are on the tail fins, whereas here they're not, so you can just move them however you like. Move the wings to the back or the front. It's really up to personal preference, but I prefer to move them to the back. Take these bits of the wings, move and just move them up like so. And the rest is pretty much exactly how the Earthrise Seeker transformation goes. So you open this up, you get the arms out, get the cockpit section down, twist it around, move it into place like so. Close up the chest. Open up the arms. Once again, we've got a Seeker with really tight arms. There we go. So you just open up the arms, extend them out, close them, move the hand into place. So open up the forearm, extend it out, close it, and move the hand into place. And pretty much the last step, take the cockpit, move that down. So the entire cockpit and the nose cone are just resting on his back. And we've got the faux nose cone section right there. And here we have Cloudcover in robot mode. And normally I don't show the accessories until later, but come on, it's a Seeker. He needs the null rays to complete the silhouette. So there we go. And of course, we've seen this transformation. We know it all too well. It's the Earthrise Seeker transformation, which, of course, derives from the classics Seeker transformation. So, we've seen this for, like, what? Nearly 18 years, if you count the classic Seekers. Now, of course, with the classics cone heads, they actually had it so the nose cone actually did form the head. You just turned it around, but with this, they just opt for a faux one, but still, point is, we've seen this transformation so many times. It's probably the most rehashed transformation to man. Like, seriously. But well, how does this deco fare with this figure? Well, looking at it, I think it looks really nice. If you were to compare this with that prototype, if you have like the picture on the wiki, I'd say they actually look quite close. Of course, I don't have any pictures of the back, so they took some creative liberties. But yeah, I say that they did a really good job nailing how this guy would look. Now, looking at the head, he's actually got Dirge's screaming face. If I just quickly bring up Dirge, yeah, this guy's actually got Dirge's screaming face. So once again, we've got another screaming Seeker. And well, unlike Skywarp and Dirge, who both have screaming faces, well, we don't really know this guy's personality. He's an all-new character, so who knows? Maybe this guy's screaming because he's scared of heights, ironically. Maybe that's his personality. Maybe he's screaming angrily because he got cancelled back in the G2 days. Like, there's no wrong way to think of this guy's personality. It's up to your interpretation. And in fact, I think this head actually works better on Cloudcover than it does on Dirge, because, well, a whole, if I remember correctly, like the Toxitron collection is meant to be like Toxitron and a selection of mutant warriors or something. Like they're all like toxic mutants or something. I don't know how that works, especially with characters like Jazz in the mix. I get Cloudcover because he's a new character. This guy could work for Toxitron, but for characters like Jazz, I don't know. Maybe like Toxitron mutates them into these G2 like. Yeah, I'm overthinking this, but I could definitely see this guy working for Toxitron. This guy could definitely be like this guy could definitely be like a bruiser for the guy. And well, if we just put him with Dirge and Ramjet, yeah, he's no Frost, but I can sort of say I've got a trio of cone heads now. But yeah, these guys actually do look quite cool together. Especially putting Ramjet and Cloudcover together. And of course, Cloudcover actually uses G2 Decepticon insignias, unlike Ramjet. Now, yeah, there's not really much else to say, so, of course, we got the blast effect compatibility. Of course, we got them in the null rays. If I can actually get them plugged in. And of course, on the feet, and even if you don't find the blast effect feet that I do, that well, if you're not a fan of the blast effect feet, like it still works for the Seekers, because, well, you know, these guys are meant to fly. And well, for this guy's articulation, it's basically the same as the rest of the for our Seekers. So his head can, of course, go side to side. His arms can move. He can T-pose. He's got more than 90 on the elbows. Got bicep rotation. Unfortunately, there's nothing at the waist because just how the cockpit section tabs in. This section lifts up so he can kick forward. Can't really kick back that far, unfortunately. This guy seems to have the same issue that Jazz has, where this seems to untab, unfortunately. But well, but he does have knees. He can do the splits. And he's got ankles, and this can swivel, and his feet can close. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. Complaints? Pretty much the same complaints that I have with the rest of the Seekers. So, no point going over all that again. However, for unique complaints, well, I can't really think of any unique complaints for Cloudcover specifically. Maybe just, I wish that his box had actually said Cloudcover in the Cybertronian font instead of Ramjet. Maybe that was like a holder from like a previous thing. I don't know. But yeah, my complaints are pretty much the exact same ones that I have with the rest of the Seekers. But well, do I recommend this guy? Well, if you're not a fan of the Toxitron collection, then, well, of course you can never have enough Seekers, but so like even if you're not a fan of the Toxitron collection, you can still buy this guy as just a generic Seeker. So yeah, if you're a fan of Seekers, then sure. If you're a fan of the Toxitron collection, then yeah. So like even if the other Toxitron figures don't sell you, then you can still get this guy as just a generic Seeker. So yeah. Now, of course, this is another Seeker, so if you're sick of buying Seekers all the time, then yeah, this guy will be for you. But hey, if you don't mind buying Seekers every time this mod is released, then well, sure. But well, this has been my review on Toxitron Collection Cloudcover, and this is Charlie Young signing off.